What is up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having a great day. So congratulations to those teams who were added to Atlas or about to be added to Atlas. There's a forum post going over a list of teams. So this is probably a good time to start doing Atlas videos. This is on the writers. Now I'm gonna offer you guys a chat. It's gonna be Atlas guides. Message me in-game if you want to be added. If you want some of your teammates to be added, let me know. The first 100 people who ask me get in. So message me in-game, leave your in-game name in the comments. Also, I wanted to mention really quickly that next week I will be helping starting a team. If you're interested in joining, we're going to be going up to probably Platinum or Sapphire. We have several people in Heartbringer joining, including some previous NMO players, but we have like a Death Star joining, so it's going to be a solid team, even just starting out. We require that you have to be in Garnet or above, or by the end of this season. It will start next season for when everybody else will be joining. A preliminary group will be starting out, but if you're interested, please message me privately in-game, and I will talk to you and then add you online if need be. So just gonna let you guys know that is out there. If you're interested, message me, and yeah, I'm excited. It'll be a lot of fun. I think we're starting from bronze and we'll be going up all the way. So yeah, I'll let you know privately what all the extra requirements are and all that. But either way, guys, hope you enjoy this video and hopefully it helps you guys out. And congratulations again to those who get Atlas this week. I think it's this week. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. The silver rider called Vanquisher is for hunters. This normal brown haired lady called the warrior is for warriors. The pink armor one called Conqueror is for sorcerers, and the defender one, which is the green one, is for boosting up your defenses. So just a quick little tip right here. If you ever forget which color is for which type of dragon, all you have to do is look at the end of their tier of buffs that they give. Each dragon rider has a different end buff. That buff will boost up the dragon type that it is meant for. So if you look at this one, for example, it says Hunter HP and damage. The purple one, not the purple one, sorry, the pink one says Sorcerer, damage, and health. And then the warrior one shows, of course, the warrior damage and HP. So that's a simple way that you can see it. So if you forget the colors, just look at the end of their tiers, and it was pretty obvious which one it is. So I want to go over just the very basics of how riders work and how you level them. So if you get riders in Atlas, which are actually better than any of the current, we don't know about the Mythic rider yet, but the current season riders, you have to have two things to be able to level them. These little red, pentagon-shaped ruby things, which are called rider shards, and then glory points. Glory points you earn in Atlas attacks, so the amount of glory points you earn, and I'll do a video on this specifically, but the amount of glory points you earn is based upon the amount of troops you kill, the amount of troops you lose, and also now it's also reliant on the level difference between you and your opponent. Now, the rider shards are kind of annoying to get. You can only get them through the bazaar and through your personal and team achievements in particular events. But these are very, very difficult to get if you're completely free to play. There are packs which allow you to get them quite easily, but I definitely suggest making sure that you are investing them in a intelligent manner. Don't put them all into a warrior rider is what I'm saying, basically. So an important thing to note, if you get the rider, you will not be given enough of the rider points to max every single thing out on his line. So please keep that in mind. So for the riders from the seasons, for example, you'll see that I have completely maxed out this rider, but I am completely out of skill points, and I still have this one right here, this decrease enemy totem debuff, and the resist towards archer towers. So PG in their heads were like, okay, we'll give them enough to have some decisions, which I think is a good thing and a bad thing. Unfortunately, you can't max it out, but you can customize your dragon or your Dragon Rider a little bit. So my personal opinion is that you need to max out the basically you want to max out the universal quote-unquote ones first. What I mean by that is Dragon HP is universal. You can use it on any dragon, no matter what skill set it has, no matter what type of resist it has. You know, you don't really need these types of ones, because increased archer resist, it's great and all, don't get me wrong, but would you rather have that, or would you rather have an increased dragon attack? Because if you put this on a dragon that does not already have archer resist, it will not work. It's just like runes. It will not add on to the archer resist, but it will be basically multiply it. So if it has a archer resist already of 0 times any number will remain 0. So please do not expect this to buff its archer resistance, because it won't. And stuff like decreased enemy totem debuff and dragon training cost. Dragon XP is pretty nice, not gonna lie, but it's not necessarily needed. But the training cost and all that comes very last. That stuff you can grind out. The dragon HP and all that, if you put it on a max dragon, that XP and that, you know, the feeding costs and all that is useless. So think about the future when you are doing this, guys. Same thing applies if you're using a rider such as this one, for example. There's a lot more options here than on the other riders, but just look at the path. If you see the enemy totem debuff is more important than the dragon training cost. So just kind of go down the line and figure out where you need to go. Alright, look for the universals. That's dragon HP, that's dragon attack, that is, you know, particular, not really resist, because again, that's depending on the dragon. Now, if you're, you know, for example, I got Oxana simply because I needed her for my Neptus. She's perfect for him. He has Ice to resist, so I went and did the Ice to resist. Is that a good idea? Yes. Alright, so it really depends on the situation, but for these Atlas riders and their usage, I would really suggest just sticking with the universal ones, right? That's my tip for choosing which ones to do. I want to take a moment to talk about, in my opinion, the best rider in the game for overall worth, and that is the defensive rider, as you can see right here on the Perch Island. Now, the defensive rider boosts up your base defenses as well as decreases your construction time. The reason why it's so good, and in fact, the reason why I say you should probably get this one maxed before any other rider, is because right now, because of the changes, especially if you're higher level, bases do so much damage. My base can kill max dragons. A maxed Neptus only got 17%, kind of due to the defensive rider that I have. He couldn't kill some of my towers because of the boost that it gives. That, and on top of that, the construction decrease time, as you saw a couple of seconds ago on that clip, it saves a ton of speed ups. So make sure to try and get this guy maxed out first. It boosts the entire base, not just the Perch Island as well. That's a common misconception that I see a lot of people making. It boosts your entire base, not just the island that you place it on. So keep that in mind. The most common comment I ever see about riders is, will this particular rider work on this particular dragon? Okay guys, the way that riders work is that the rider itself, no armor, is element universal, which means that you can put it on any dragon of any element and it will work. The only reason why particular dragon riders don't work with certain dragons is because the second that you put armor on a particular dragon, it becomes a dragon rider of that element. Okay, so if you see right here, there's 5 elements. You have ice, you have ice, fire, wind, earth, and dark. Okay, there is armor that goes with whichever particular dragon element. So for example, right here, you'll see that in the bottom left hand corner of like the Neptus profile, you'll see that little snowflake, which means ice. Ivory has wind, Avix has dark, Do I have any others? This guy has earth, and then, you know, of course, there's also, I think, which one's not represented? Fire. Fire's not represented, but whatever, you get the point. So let me try, let's say I want to put this guy, alright? Grog currently has some wind armor because Noctua is wind. If I hit the bonding button, it will tell me cannot bond Grog to Once Great King because Gear's element type does not match with the dragon's element. So what you have to do is you have to remove the gear and then from the rider that you want to put on the dragon. Alright, so if I was to do this, I would have to remove all this wind armor for 50. There's no way to remove it for free. Once you put gear on, you either have to salvage it to remove it or hit remove for 50 rubies. So it is quite expensive. It can add up. When I was moving around my riders a lot, because I used to have Grog on Necrix, and like it was a lot different than this. I used, I think, like 1,000 rubies pretty quickly. So keep that in mind. You're going to go through them really quickly. So put armor on the dragon or the rider that you think you will use. So yeah, riders themselves are element neutral, but the gear is not.